She don't, she don't love you no more. And the way the bras be choosing us, they got the black bottles on it. Black bottles on it. She don't love you. She don't. Your boy Willie B. Hello. Good evening, good night, good morning. Whenever you're looking at this, we back with another one. Got the fatigue hat on. I'm feeling militant. You know what I mean? I'm on my shit. We got a legend. Uh, this is the first female that we'll be covering. The very, very first. We got MC LYTE. MC LYTE is out of Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn in the building. Brooklyn stand up. You know how we get down. Brooklyn about to be all over the place on this thing all the time. It's a group called the Audio 2, which I think is kind of, her folks, some friends of hers from there, and I think they kind of like discovered her and started working with her. And she originally went by the name Sparkle. I have always had a crush on MC LYTE. She is gorgeous. At no point in life has she not been. And on top of that, she's just one of the coldest MCs to ever do it. Her very first album, we started with her debut, 1988, Light as a Rock. When I first heard, I think some of LYTE's stuff was on the album Love and Basketball. But Love and Basketball, they had the Light as a Rock record on there. And so that's like the first time I heard MC. This album was released under First Priority Music and Atlantic Records. Producers, we got the Audio 2, Alliance, King of Chill, producers on this, and Prince Paul. This is cool. The first female MC in light of times. We got our first female vice president. So we gotta keep our women lifted. This is not like the first female MC out. This is just the first female MC I'm covering. Let's get that straight, because women started hip hop just as much as men. So there's no one without the other. I got 10 tracks of the LYTE. This is my little rap girlfriend. I've never heard a whole MC LYTE album ever, so I'm long overdue for listening to my baby. You know we strapped. You might as well join me. Let's get it. I'm like a minute into the thing. I'm like, where's MC? Where the light? Give me the light. Where we at? Where she at? Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out. She pops up at the end of it, and she's I guess this is just a skit, but kind of like a beat. This is the first time I've ever seen somebody kind of open an album like this from this time. She's not rapping. It's just kind of her popping up, and she's like, "Oh, I wanna," and she's naming all this studio equipment that she wants to like produce music. So maybe it's a part of the theme. Maybe she's setting it up. I don't know. I'm not gonna critique it too much. I just thought I was gonna get some bars.
I am the light. LYTE. I am the light. LYTE. I am the light.
This is really the song that brought me even to knowing who MC LYTE is. It's the name of the album, so this is like the title song. Super Boom Bap. If you don't know what Boom Bap is, just listen to this song and then you'll get a sense. This is the type of song that makes you a star, a rap hip hop star. I'm talking about in the inner city and mainstream, but this is still keeping it all the way hip hop.
It's explaining how heavy the young lady is. You know the usage of the word ass.
Damn, dog, she take niggas to school on this joint. This is like it had to make dudes uncomfortable when this came out and she was spitting this shit. This is her first. This is the first song where you get bars from her if you never heard it, and you like what? Wow. I mean, she just popping shit. She's just popping shit and talking her shit, slipping a little bit of who she is in. It's all personality, all swag on this joint.
I am woman, hear me roar. When I grab the mic, it's never a bore. When I'm on stage, saying a rhyme, I often.
I like what she's talking about in it. It's I am woman, hear me roar. It's more so of a woman kind of empowerment record, but it doesn't sound like one. Like the beat don't sound like a typical woman empowerment record, but she's bringing those type of rhymes to it. The beat it kind of turned me off a little bit, but as I continue to listen, like I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? I sit with it. It doesn't dazzle, but MC's doing her little thing on it. It's okay. You know, I'm right here with it. I like the jazz influence on this record. From the opening sample, I thought this joint was about to be magnificent, but the beat just kind of leveled out to be okay. Um, but man, she just so cool, man. She know how to kick her shit just the coolest. It's like it competes with anybody because it's really not even like she competing. She in a space of her own. She don't sound like nobody. You can't compare her to no dude rapper or female rapper. What she doing? First of all, this beat right here to me, this is like one of the most doloest. If you understand what a dolo beat is, this is the most doloest boom bap beat there is, and that means like the pocket on this beat just catch you. It's so drippery, you know what I mean? And I'm just talking about the beat. It's classic hip hop beats right here. The pockets that this song presents, and she just being Big Daddy Kane on that motherfucker. Like she's owning it. She owns this joint. This was sampled. I know Mary J. Blige sampled this, so boom, 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 boom. She just telling niggas on this record like I'm probably more hip hop than you, so don't bark up this tree. Cause you see what I'm doing just off the. Uh, she gonna smack at MCs right now, male or female. There's no genderless right here. When you say you love. All hell MC LYTE. She is so boss on this record. Ain't no you talk about a boss bitch. You lucky they wasn't saying bitch in hip hop back then. And see, you might have forgot that she was a girl. You know what I mean? Like, cause she's spitting so dope. Like, she spit better than a guy rapper. But she like letting you know, yo, like, I play games, but not as much as these other bitches, and I'm real, and like, I'm loyal until you fuck me over. You know what I mean? And dudes probably get her fucked up because she like one of the dudes, one of the fellas. She just be hanging out and then could spit rhymes. And you like, baby, freestyle on this beat for me real quick. Baby, just freestyle for the boys real quick. Show them that 16 you hit me with the other day. But it's paper thin. She like that's the whole concept of the song. It's like, man, I'm gonna give you a shot, but don't fuck up. Cause my patience.
From now on, it's not MC LYTE. Listen up, everybody, it's LYTE the MC. Tackling anyone who tries to stop me from fulfilling the ultimate goal.
Man, she just cool as shit on this joint. And the beat is subtly cool. You know what I mean? It's not one of them jump out of the water beats to you, but it's definitely some the bass line I like on it. You know what I mean? She rode the fuck out of that bass line, man. It's cool with some smooth shit. Oh man, she's got children out here. You know, if you I hear a little bit of everybody who came after. I hear some Left Eye, you know what I mean? But she was first. If you ain't still something from MC LYTE, anybody, but especially a female MC, you ain't heard everything. Storytelling now. She hadn't kept this much consistency on the record yet, and then she just come out of the pocket just a super story, a super storyteller. This is a story of a dude that she dealt with. You know what I mean? She's going in. She's very detailed. She's very poignant. She's on time, and she's still dolo. Oh, she's spitting some shit that all the women today going through. The same shit that I hear every woman talking about. He done got hooked on the drugs. He alcoholic. He smoke too much weed. He do too much this. Oh man, she going in. She's saying everything that that a lot of women and men can relate to today in relationships. So great song to listen to. She's just trying to understand you. You know what I mean? She's just trying to understand the man. What are you about the Mars and Venus thing? She's trying to figure it out. She's trying to get to the bottom of this. She like, nigga, I'm as dolo as you. How come we can't figure this shit out? I like to play Madden and get on the couch and scratch my pussy too. I like burgers. But see, her song about dudes, as a guy listening to it, you do not feel offended. That's how cold she is, cause she still got a sensibility of what it is. She just keeping it real. She just telling you facts, and that's what I respect about MC. Like I could listen to her talk shit about men any day because the way she do it is with respect, but she's still kicking it. She's still gonna tell you what it is, but her word, the way she say her words and use her words, man.
Kick this one for Brooklyn. Kick this one for the 90s. Now kick this one here for me and my DJ.
Yeah. This joint just her whole bop just switched up on this. Like she's still the light, but the beat just forced a different way for her to drip on it. Ooh, da, dum, da, da, I like this. This got that Dougie Fresh feel to it. You know what I mean? And I'm a sucker for that shit. Ah ah. This was a sneak. I wasn't expecting her to end it, pretty strong, but I like this record. Yeah, I'm sure when she performed this at shows, niggas was like, you know what song we should do, dog? We should do the other. We're gonna do the next, the harder set. Like, she bring it, man. She bring it. I could see this joint going off live with her just kicking that shit. Is it what I'm saying or is what I'm wearing? Blah 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 blah. Oh my god. They sampled the big girls don't cry. I don't know what song that is. I'm familiar with it. I think it's off some musical I done seen. They're bringing in different elements. That's what hip hop is. You bring in something that people might be familiar with from a source totally different and then sample it in. Um, it's hip hop. It's an acquired taste. It's definitely aimed more at the females. Um, but it's got them hip hop drums in it to you know, keep you there. But it's definitely aimed at the ladies. Album theme and concept, light as a rock. I feel it. Her name is MC LYTE, and she's playing with the metaphors. I think it's a deeper thing she's channeling with that. Um, and you got to catch up to it because at the beginning it was like, light is a metaphor because of the word ass. And I feel like, if you think a little deeper on what they were saying, there is a concept with just even the title of this record. But I'm always looking to see if the records match the actual title and the theme that you're trying to create. Like, yo, I'm as good, if not better, than all of y'all rapping. That's like the feeling of this album. From the rhymes that she's kicking and the stories that she's telling. But she has moments of just being real and most of the album is her just revealing herself to the world. I like the album cover. You got her homies just standing there and her right there. It's like we got little sis. She got a little a lady sitting on the side. You can see the lady's little booties just sitting in the side. I like it. It's artful. It explains where she at. It just looked like, man, I got my homies protecting me, but I'm about to spit bars on all y'all niggas. Yeah. Fuck them up, G. If they get crazy out here, you know what I mean. I like it, and then it's got the lightest right, real simple, nothing too crazy, but tasteful. It's good to just see her cute little self up there, and she fresh. Production, I was a little disappointed at times, just because some of it sounds a little low budget, you know what I mean, and that definitely could be because I've heard more things, but I'm judging this on a 1988 scale and the things that I've heard, and the production is a little hairy at times, but it's definitely very good at times. Certain things you really got to have in the headphones to listen to for it to pop out a little more, but it's creativity definitely on it, but from a production standpoint, it's so-so. It's definitely so-so for me. This is definitely a creative album, from her concept and where she tried to go with it, and just her creativity. She's a creative artist. She takes you on a ride. They brought in a lot of different mixes and things like that. I wasn't too thrilled about a lot of the mixes, but they did some good things on the beat side to compensate for the lack of sound. You know, they did really good with being creative, and that really compensated for a lot of the production problems. I feel like, in my mind, definitely I'll give creativity a 7. This album actually has pretty high replay value for me. There's definitely like 2 songs off rip that you have to come back and listen to. Number one song is you gotta come and listen to Light as a Rock. That's a guaranteed song you're gonna love, man or female. You listen to Light as a Rock, you be like, oh, I respect that. At least you're just gonna be like, I respect that record. Paper Thin, these are 2 of my personal favorites. I've heard these coming in, you know, but you gotta listen to these records. And for replay value, because of those records alone, I gotta go with a 7. That's pretty high, you know. I feel like, for me, because I'll definitely come back and listen to those. When we talk about 1988, you know, and we in 2021, impact to the game and the culture, I think, is pretty big. You know, I gotta review some other females and see what other females was big in the game. Roxanne Shante come to mind, who's probably doing it, but I don't know if she was doing it at this, you know, right here at this level. I gotta go back and do my research on that, but it seemed like she really set a precedent, not only for female hip hop, but just for hip hop in general, and put it on notice that, you know, these guys gonna have to step your game up. I'm sure it's a lot of male MCs that learn from her and like bit her style. She's got babies out here. Lyrics, man, she did her thing on the lyric tip, and she took chances. I felt like her imaginative thought bled through, and she was able to sink it into the rhymes and do things that I had never heard anybody do in hip hop, let alone a female. I'm gonna give her lyrics an 8, and that's pretty high on my list. And just because of how big I think it is in '88, from the other things I've heard in this time, her lyrical ability is far-reaching. You know what I mean? And she's just getting started right here. So for her to be that damn good that early, you know, in this game, you know, she was one of the chosen ones for sure. Results are in. This album scored a 47. So on the list, on the system, it's an album that's gotta grow on you, which, you know, is very high on the gotta grow on you category. I created that category, gotta grow on you, because that's not the final destination for it. You know what I mean? It could either go lower or higher. My opinion on this album is it could go higher, just because it's classic records on this joint. It's records that you will go back and listen to. It's higher in replay value, but as a body of work is what this is being judged as. And unfortunately, you know, just having really good singles, they add to the overall score, but you know, it's about, you know, how good a whole body of work is cohesively. I love you, MC Lyte. I am in love with you to this day. I mean, if you ever, you know, if we ever meet, you'll see this would be a C+ album. So that's pretty good, you know, for the debut. And I'll listen to way more albums than this. I'll listen to all our albums. Shout out to MC Lyte. Shout out to the audio too. Shout out to all the producers, you know, that worked on it. Prince Paul, everybody I forget. Shout out to Brooklyn. Thanks for chilling with a brother. Until next time.
I holla.